Hi everybody. I want to just show you the slides that you did yesterday and what they should have looked like. So this was the first slide that was already done for you. Many of you aren't reading carefully and following directions, and I'd really appreciate it if you started to do that. So you're learning how to multiply and divide by positive and negative numbers, and it said to perform the indicated operation to each inequality by filling in the text box, which was outlined in a dotted line around the inequality. I did the first one, so here was the first one that you were going to add 2 to both sides. So negative 4 plus 2 gives you negative 2. Positive 6 plus 2 gives you 8, and you brought down your inequality sign. Now you have negative 2 is less than 8, so you had to fill in, is this resulting inequality statement still true or false? And you have to bring your little purple star over which one, still true or now false? Well, it's still true because negative 2 is less than 8. So we can conclude that when you add a number to both sides of an inequality, nothing changes. You had to fill in here, nothing changes. On the next slide, we are being asked to subtract 2 from both sides. So what you should have done on this text box is fill in that you were subtracting 2 from both sides. Okay, well, negative 4 minus 2, you have same signs, so you add them, and you get negative 6. And 6 minus 2, you have different signs, so you subtract, and you get a positive 4. Okay, with that, negative 6 less than 4. Is that still true or is that false? Well, negative 6 is less than 4, so that's still true. So what I conclude when I add, this should say subtract a number to both sides of an inequality, that nothing changes. Okay, on the next slide, we are multiplying by a positive number. So we're going to multiply both sides by positive 2. So multiply by 2 on this side, and we're going to multiply by 2 on this side. Well, 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, and 6 times 2 is 12. Is negative 8 less than 12? Negative 8 is less than 12, so that is still true. Here we're going to multiply by a negative 2. So negative 2 on this side we're going to multiply by, and a negative 2 on this side. Well, negative 2 times negative 4 is 8, and 6 times a negative 2 is a negative 12. Okay, so is 8 less than negative 12? No, 8 is not less than negative 12, so that is now false. So we can conclude when you multiply by a positive number, that's what we did up here, nothing changes, just like the other ones. Okay, however, on the next one, when you multiply by a negative number, it is now false or incorrect or not the right inequality, however you wrote that. Okay, and now on the last slide, we are dividing. The first one, we're dividing by a positive 2 on both sides. So we have negative 4 divided by a positive 2 is a negative 2. And 6 divided by a positive 2 is a positive 3. Negative 2 is less than 3, so that is still true. Okay, now we're going to divide by a negative 2 on both sides. And when we do that, negative 4 divided by a negative 2 is a positive 2. And a positive 6 divided by a negative 2 is negative 3. Is 2 less than negative 3? No, 2 is greater than negative 3, so that is now false. When we look down here, what can we conclude when you divide a positive number on both sides of the inequality? Well, that was up here. We divided by a positive and nothing changed. Nope, spelled that wrong. And what can we conclude when we divide by a negative number? Well, that's what we did here. The inequality is now false or not true or incorrect, whatever you put there. Okay, so that's what you had to do there. On the last slide, I hope you read through it. Problems 1, 2, 3, and 5, we added 2, subtracted 2, multiplied by a positive 2, and divided by a positive 2. The results of the inequality remained true. Nothing changed. However, in problems 4 and 6, when we multiplied by -2 and divided by a -2, the resulting inequality was now false. So what can we conclude here? When you multiply or divide an inequality by a negative number, you will flip the inequality symbol to make it true. Okay, so problem 4 becomes 8 is greater than -12, and problem 6 becomes 2 is greater than -3. By flipping the symbol, we now have an inequality that is correct. So now you're going to take the notes on multiplying and dividing, solving inequalities with multiplying and dividing, and you will see this again. Okay, I hope that clears things up. Hopefully you checked over your work, and if you have any questions, just let me know. Have a great day.